Pandemonium is a 1982 slasher parody film in the vein of Airplane or Naked Gun. Not as good as those, but this one was directed by Alfred Soule, who only directed 2 films, this one and Alice, Sweet Alice. I think I've seen that film, but I don't remember it, to be honest. I'll probably have to do a rewatch. But this movie is about a vicious killer who killed some cheerleaders after a game. He shish kebabbed them with one large javelin and then proceeded to go on a kill spree and kill all the cheerleaders. So there's a large stigma against being a cheerleader or throwing a cheerleader camp. And we're focusing on Bambi. When she was, there at the game, she was considered a nerd, so she wasn't allowed to be a popular cheerleader. However, many years later, she wants to open up her own cheerleading camp, and obviously the community is mortified by this because of the association with murders or killer or whatever showing up. So there's a eclectic group of teenagers. One of them has Carrie-like abilities. And there's a couple of guys that just want to get laid, so that's why they're going to cheerleader camp. A really interesting cast of early people, from Judge Reinhold and Carol Kane. Paul Reubens is in this movie. He's really funny, but he's only in the movie for a little bit, so they should have used him more. But essentially, it's the same plot. A lot of goofy gags, mostly puns. I think the movie just needed more jokes. More jokes, more audacity, more kills. I chuckled a few times. I was really tired. It's a very goofy, fun film, and since it got a new release by Vinegar Syndrome, it has a second life on home video. But I just felt the movie could have been a lot funnier, to be honest. It plays it safe. It's got low budget. Sometimes they take a joke and they push it too much, trying to get more jokes out of the one, and it's just a little bit awkward and doesn't quite work all the time. But overall, Pandemonium's fun if you are familiar with the horror or slasher genre. Wouldn't rush out to watch it, but it was still enjoyable. It gave me a couple chuckles, and I gave it a 6 out of 10.